I made it back to New York. It has been quite the day. And it is very cold and windy out in New York City, which is why I have my super warm up to the neck coat on. The past couple of days, my husband and I have been in Connecticut for a celebration of life for someone in his family. And now I am in New York for the Integrative Healthcare Symposium trade show. And I come every year. I'm always here in February with either a colleague or other work acquaintances. And so I just got to my hotel after 4 hours of waiting for my room to be ready because they kept telling me I have an upgrade because I'm Titanium Elite, and then they kept saying, no, that one's not ready, we have a different one. So finally they gave me an upgrade in the sister hotel for free for the same price that I was paying. That's a pretty nice room. Usually I do not stay in residence inns in New York City because they're too expensive, but with a free upgrade, I will take it. I have my whole little kitchen area here. And then I also have a corner room. So there is a Central Park view. I don't know if you can see it back in here and kind of tucked away here. And then you turn into the main room and you actually have a little sitting area. So this will be my desk for the next couple of days. Another pretty fantastic view of the Hudson River. And then you keep going and it goes right into the bathroom, which is not a bad size. I'm very happy with this room, despite having had to kill a lot of time in the city. I didn't mind. I went to Whole Foods, I got a snack, I got a coffee, and I'm good to go. Good morning. It is Wednesday today, and it is the first full day here in New York City. I have been working at my little desk area here the last couple of hours, just chilling out, getting some work done. I have a presentation due by the end of this week that I have some work to do on. And then I have to run over and pick up my badge for the trade show, which starts tomorrow. This is the Integrative Healthcare Symposium, which I mentioned briefly. It's a trade show specific to the practitioner space. So think things like chiropractors, functional medicine doctors, other holistic medicine type practitioners, professionals. And it's everything from brands to new technologies coming out to things like the, not shockwave like 1950s shockwave, but shockwave like stimulate your stem cells to help heal where they need to in your body. So a lot of neat new technologies coming out, new things to see. There's the same kind of grouping of people that come most years. So I do see a lot of familiar faces, which is always fun because living in Tennessee, it's not really a hub for this industry. So I always love coming up to New York for this kind of thing. And it's gonna be great. It's a 4-day show and there's different speakers throughout. I have a few different discussions that I wanna attend, different panel discussions, things like that, just to really keep on top of what's coming out, what are the new clinical studies, what is the new focus in the industry, especially with some of the administrative changes that we've had here in the United States. It'll be interesting to see how that is rolling out and affecting our industry. And with that, I am off to get coffee because it's almost noon and I have not yet had any coffee. I didn't have enough hands coming back from breakfast between water bottle, food. There was no room for coffee. And then they also have Mango here in New York City, which I love. It's such a great clothing store. It's good quality, and we do not have them in Tennessee. So I might also pop into there before coming back to the hotel and continuing work on this presentation. I didn't get most of the clothes, but I found the scarf, which is the important part. It's so cold here. Now that I have my scarf, I'm in good shape, and I've made it my mission to find my exact Lululemon little camera body bag, but in black. And I've been to 2 Lululemon so far, the one at Columbus Circle and then the one on 5th Avenue. Both of them are sold out, so I'm making about a 1.5 mile trek over to Hudson Yards because they say online that they have it in stock there. I just think it'll match what I brought for the trade show better. And this way, I get my steps in. Made it back from the errands. And you're not gonna believe this, but I did not actually end up getting coffee. Very happy with the decision to get the bag though, because I did find it at the Hudson Yards Lululemon, and it's gonna be perfect for like business cards, my work phone, all of that during the event tomorrow. I found it! This is honestly the perfect bag. It's the Lululemon, it's the camera bag, and it has 2 zippers on the top, and it's perfect for trade shows because it has a couple of pockets in each of the zipped like compartments, and then it's just really simple and easy to keep on you, keep business cards at the ready, and I'm so happy that I found it. Right, so plan for this afternoon is answer a few emails that came in I saw on my phone while I was out and about, get those taken care of, and then I'm just gonna pack up and head over to Le Pain Quotidien, I think, because I've not had lunch yet, I still haven't had coffee, and I just want somewhere that I can take my laptop and plop for a while, because as nice as the little office setup is here, it's horrifically uncomfortable. And I just can't work like that. Fast forward about 8 hours from my last clip. I just got home from dinner. I stopped at Patsy's Italian restaurant, which is a New York staple, the best Italian food. And I was seated next to a man from the UK who was the CEO of a water leakage business. And we had some great conversation. It was very interesting, all about everything from American politics to Brexit to supplements to water. It was fascinating. Anyway, it is about 9:45 now, and I have not yet done my Shreddy workout for the day. And I think this is day 45 or so of Shreddy 70, so I'm making myself do it. Fortunately, the first talk that I'm attending tomorrow is not until the afternoon, so I can sleep in a little bit. But I'm gonna get the workout in, come back, relax, and that's a wrap on day 1 here in New York. Possibly one of the most difficult Shreddy workouts I have done to date. I did just finish getting ready though. I just have on an H&M blouse and some very old gray trousers from Candies, which back in the early aughts was a brand that Kohl's carried. And I'm getting ready to walk over to the event space. The talk I want to attend this afternoon starts in about 45 minutes, so I'll wander over that way, and then the actual exhibition hall doesn't open until 5 o'clock this evening. So I think I might grab dinner or kind of a mid-dinner lunch, I don't know what you call that, with some of my colleagues from my previous company who are also here attending. They actually have a booth this year. My company does not have a booth. I'm just walking the floor. And I think it's going to be a great first day at the show. It'll be probably less attended today than it will be tomorrow, just because 5 to 7 is kind of an odd time to go to an exhibition hall when it's open all day tomorrow. So it'll be nice just to wander around, get the feel for things, the lay of the land, and I think then I can put a game plan together for the next couple of days. Okay, I've got my blazer, I've got the new Lululemon camera bag, and I can be on my way. This level of bundle does not happen in Nashville. I don't like it.
It's a portal of entry because of its organic chemistry. And there are, again, other molecules that share that chemistry.
The 1 week I'm in New York, it has to be snowy and cold. Good morning. It is Friday. which means day 3. I have to be over to the symposium in about 20 minutes, so we're trying to make ourselves look decent. I had the absolute worst sleep last night. I woke up multiple times, and one time I was up for like a minute and a half, and then I got a really nasty bloody nose. So that was fun. I think it's just really cold here, and my whole sinus system is not doing well with that. I don't know if it's related to the rhinoplasty or not, but of course then you're paranoid to go back to sleep, and it just makes the whole night. This morning I'm really looking forward to the keynote session, which starts in half an hour, so I gotta hurry it up here. And it is about the changes in administration here in the United States and how experts see that trickling into the industry of nutraceuticals, supplements, all of that. And I'm really looking forward to it because I think there will be some really good changes along with that, but there's been a lot of speculation about what that might look like. So to actually hear from the industry experts on that will be pretty impactful. I do not have time to do this, but I have to. It's almost not even really worth it to do your hair because it's so windy and so cold outside. It's all going to be bundled up in a scarf anyway. But we do it because it makes me feel a little bit more put together, even if it's completely fallen out by the time I get over there. It's only like a 5-minute walk from the hotel, which is why I'm not more panicked on time than I should be. And I've also decided we are forgoing heels today because I'll break them out again tomorrow for the final day of the symposium. But today, I'm going to wear this white top and then a nice blue blazer. I've got gray pants on, and then my tennis shoes is going to just have to do. What if I'm talking to somebody and I get another bloody nose? Oh, chronic overthinker. There's no way to turn it off. Perfect timing. Gotta go.
Metrics, because we're really concerned about the wellness and health, not just the prevention of disease. Number 2, we need to set clear objectives for collaboration. Emotionally sick, or physically sick, or metabolically sick. But it's not irreparably sick. Our body has this other lane that we can get on, every one of us. But it requires a group consensus that would modulate this in such a way that we actually recognize that the reality can be that which we dream of.
I just got back from the day at the symposium, and already I am making my way back out to meet my former colleague Stacy and some friends of hers that she met in Dublin or something, and they live in New York now, so we're all going out for dinner. And I just quickly changed into the little top I got at Mango because it's the only spare shirt I have. I also found these really cute little Mark West, like not total kitten heels, but smaller, easier for walking around New York, and I think they look pretty cute. It is Saturday, the last day of the IHS trade show here in New York, and I'm just really tired this morning. To be honest, last night was not as fun as I was hoping it would be. I went because I wanted to spend time with Stacy, who I don't get to see very often, and I would have been better off staying at home. It was lovely meeting her friend out at the Lily's Victorian establishment on, I think, 17th and 5th. It was a lovely spot, cute little joint, very reminiscent of the Oscar Wilde bar, if you've ever been there. And we were about to have a great time, but then, first of all, I ordered a dirty martini, and they served me a glass of pure gin with like 3,000 olives in it. I will insert a picture here to show you that I am not exaggerating. Then, about 10 minutes after her friend arrives, these two Italian guys come up and they will not leave us alone. It was the most annoyed I've ever been in a bar, and it's very possibly that it's because it's the first time I've ever been in a bar really in that kind of situation without my husband. And they just would not leave us alone, and they didn't really seem to speak English very well. So then, understanding that they're Italian and they're speaking to each other, so I know they're Italian. So I start speaking Italian to them because Duolingo, and I tell them, no, un marito, I'm not interested, and they didn't seem to get the picture. Even going like this didn't seem to sink in. So it was really uncomfortable, and they kept trying to hold our hands and put their arms around us. And it's I know the cultural barrier is not so great, that all of the pushing you away, taking your hand off my waist, all of that is not able to be interpreted. So that kind of ruined the evening, and I was really glad when we left. And then I got home and had an espresso martini after that horrific gin concoction. I did not drink that. I got an espresso martini instead, which anytime you get an espresso martini, other than on a weekend, other than before 2 p.m., you're not going to sleep very well. So I'm just a little tired. I only had one drink, so I'm not hungover. I'm ready, I think, to be home. If you know anything about me, you know that I love to travel, but after the time in Connecticut, which was lovely, but then coming to New York, which has been lovely, and then a night like last night, it's just been almost a full week. And then when I get home, I know in the back of my mind I have less than a week until I then have to pack up and head off to Anaheim for a different trade show. So I'm just kind of, I'm preemptively exhausted. And I just want to go home and cuddle my kittens and spend time with my husband. I am looking forward to the show today, though, because I feel like everybody loads the first couple of days with meetings, so then by the third day, everyone is much more friendly because all of the stress of the show is gone. Everyone is excited to go home, and people generally just are there more for the organic conversations rather than the meetings that they've scheduled prior to this trade show. So I think we'll have some good conversation today. I've stopped by most of the booths that I've wanted to visit. I've seen most of the people that I've been meaning to stop by and say hello or talk to them about something we discussed previously via email. So I'm looking forward to it. And also on the last day, and I'll show you in just a second, people want to offload all the samples that they have left because they realize they have a lot to pack up and take back with them to wherever they came from. So they always give you a lot of samples on the last day of a trade show. I'm gonna get back. I've got a couple of Shreddy workouts to do because I did not end up doing a Shreddy workout yesterday. I had to be over to the event center at 8:30 in the morning and didn't sleep incredibly well that night, so I didn't get the morning workout in. And then the day just got away from me, and before I knew it, I was in the Uber heading down to 17th and 5th. But most excitingly, tonight, Stacy and I are going to see Moulin Rouge on Broadway. And fun fact about this show, when I first came to New York, the first time that Sandy and I came together to New York, he was going to take me to see Moulin Rouge on Broadway for my birthday. And we had tickets. We got to the queue with everyone else right before the show was supposed to start seating. And they hadn't had time to email everyone that the cast had COVID. So the show that night was canceled, and so we ended up going to see Chicago instead. And yes, I'm putting this on with my finger because I forgot all of my eyeshadow brushes because I just wasn't thinking, apparently. And I really enjoyed seeing Chicago instead, but now I do finally get to see Moulin Rouge, and I think it's going to be great. When I tell you the weight of this bag is a bit ridiculous because I have so many samples. Now, I'm really not kidding about the volume of samples. I think the one I'm most excited about, though, because I use it personally, is the AG1, and they even had a little D3 K2 vial as a sample. And these are the travel packs, which I took with us to Hawaii. Amazing, super convenient. And then all manner of everything from probiotics to these are little oral biome, almost like toothpaste consistency, dental Sidon. Then I've got other little sprays and capsules. some powders here, some that I'm probably not gonna try because they supposedly help you to go if you cannot go, and I do not need those. And this doesn't even scratch the surface of what people were handing out. I did grab a protein bar from this Consider This allergen-free company, and it was pretty good. It was like dates and quinoa crunch and pumpkin seeds and that sort of thing. Very tasty. And I'm gonna really try not to grab any more today. It really does get a bit ridiculous with these trade shows, how many samples that you are handed and how many pamphlets are thrust into your hands. Anyway, it is about 9 o'clock, so I need to pack up my little bag, head over to the event center, and get on with the last day of IHS.
60% is GI, lower GI, and then 10% is miscellaneous, which is pretty astounding. Obviously women with endometriosis have an increased risk of developing ovarian cancer. Again, endometriosis is a non-cancerous proliferative growth of endometrial tissue. Cancer obviously is proliferative and deadly, and this same microbe from the mouth seems to be involved in these processes. Maybe statistics, if you get a tooth pulled, there's a 50% increased risk of a heart attack or a stroke that lasts for 4 weeks after the procedure.
Just to emphasize this point, the bacteria travel.
I've come back to the Pain Quotidien because I am a creature of habit, and I just ordered a medium cappuccino. It's the size of my face.
So it was nice to get out.
The gut makes the majority of serotonin for the body, and the microbiome really directly regulates this metabolism and whether or not
I made it through the final day of IHS. One company gave me an entire goodie bag in their own personalized tote bag. And there's like packets of protein in here and different brochures and a book of their entire portfolio. Right, so I went to the last session today. I just got back and I'm just gonna get ready to go to the gym because I think I mentioned I did not do the Shreddy workout yesterday, so I need to do 2 today. Shouldn't be too bad, and I am fully caffeinated because I went to lunch before that last session and had a big old cappuccino. And then it'll be nice. I just have a little bit of catching up to do on the admin side now that I've had all of my meetings and things like that, so I've got some work to catch up on after the gym. And that's it until Moulin Rouge this evening. Today I have to do both studio lift and lengthen and the 10-minute boost. So I found this little back room at the gym, and I'm just gonna set up shop here. Outfit repeater because I have on once again the black top with the jeans and my little red midi heels, but I had no other options because my pantyhose ripped, so the 2 dresses that I brought out of the question. My legs already look like lizards, just so scaly from the cold. I do have on my fun little star and moon earrings though, because tonight Stacy and I are going to see Moulin Rouge. I just got a DoorDash delivered, so I'm gonna head down. We're gonna meet in their little like bar happy hour area, have some wine, and then walk over to the show. I have to say, I am so excited for Moulin Rouge because starting, I think the time I was in 8th grade, so like 2007, I have been obsessed with Ewan McGregor and Nicole Kidman, and the Moulin Rouge movie was just a very important part of my life. It was right before I started learning French, so I got all the French exposure from that movie, and it helped me learn a lot of things that I had not learned yet in my upbringing. It's gonna be amazing to see it on Broadway.
You can just send me the picture.
Did we succumb to theater goodies and pizza very late at night? We absolutely did. And my feet are killing me. because as cute as these shoes are, they are not exactly comfortable with the ankle strap. Oh, yes. After Moulin Rouge, we stopped at Sardi's for a drink, and then we got some pizza. I really don't know if I have enough good things to say about the show tonight, because as someone who has been a fan of the movie for so many years, the Broadway show just, it did not disappoint at all. Granted, they took a lot more liberties with different songs that they put into the show, but it was so well done, and they were so talented, and I was crying at one point, and it was just the most incredible, well done show. If you're in New York, I would highly recommend. After you see Boop, starting March 11th, I would say definitely see Moulin Rouge, because it is so good. I did hit the gift stand, and when we first got there, I told Stacy I'm not allowed to get a coffee mug because my husband will kill me. And sure enough, after intermission, I did end up getting the Moulin Rouge mug. And then I ran out to use the restroom, and when I came back, my dear sweet Stacy had a few glasses of wine for us in the Moulin Rouge cups. Last but very not least, the first thing I got at the show, and that is the t-shirt. I just love Moulin Rouge so much. And as somebody who always loved the film, it was part of my childhood, it was part of my youth, part of my developmental phase of life. The show did not disappoint at all. And that's a wrap on IHS. Time to pack.